Colonization of India. Towards the close of the 15th century, Portugal became the first European power to establish a trade link with India. Rounding the Cape of Good Hope, Vasco da Gama arrived in Calicut in 1498. So, first, Portugal came to India for trade. Rounding the Cape of Good Hope, Vasco da Gama arrived in Calicut. In 1498, Vasco da Gama arrived in Calicut. Soon after, many European powers came to India after Portugal. Okay. So, first Portuguese came, next Dutch East India Company, Danish East India Company, French East India Company, British East India Company, British Company rule and British Imperial rule. In the rivalry among the four major European powers. Rivalry means fight. So, what are the four major European powers? Portuguese, Dutch, French and English. So, the English defeated the French after 3 Carnatic Wars. Okay, how many Carnatic Wars were happened? 3. So, after 3 Carnatic Wars, English won. The British conquered all the regional powers, in particular the most potential challenges. So, after 3 Mysore War, English won. After 3 Marathas War, English won. Okay. The colonization of Indian economy. We can divide the process of the colonization of India into 3 phases. Phase 1, mercantilist capitalism. Phase 2, industrial capitalism. Phase 3, financial capitalism. Colonization of Indian economy. Mercantilist phase. At the beginning of the 18th century, the East India Company was still a marginal force in India. Meaning for marginal is border. It relied in concession from Indian rulers for its trading post along the coast. So, it asked some concession from Indian rulers. Okay, what concession? Set up his trading post in Indian coast, sea coast, okay, sea coast regions. But soon it managed to establish strong ties with Indian merchants who sold their textiles and other goods from the interior. So soon they sold their textile and other goods into India. Before it gained dominion in India, the East India Company carried on a very profitable business selling Indian made cotton textiles and silks and printed cloth. So they were admired by cotton textiles, silk and printed cloth in India. According to the Indian nationalist economist R.C. Dutt, weaving was the national industry of the people and spinning was the pursuit of millions of women. So, which is the national industry? Weaving. So, which is the pursuit of millions of women? Spinning. Okay, what is spinning? Made cloth from cotton, no, that is only called spinning. Indian textiles went to England and other parts of Europe, to China, Japan, Burma, Arabia, Persia and Africa. So, Indian textiles sold to many countries. It was during this period that the textile lobby. So, lobby is nothing but many textile industries are locating in one place. That place is called lobby. In Lancashire and Birmingham succeeded in making the Parliament enact a law prohibiting the import of Indian textiles. Those who were found in possession of or dealing in Indian cotton goods were fined 200 pounds. In the 1750s and the 1760s, Robert Clive gained control of the wealthiest part of the old Mughal Empire. So, Robert Clive found out the wealthiest part of India in the year of 1750 and 60. The company accepted concessions such as exemptions of company goods from transit duties, which even Indian merchants had to pay. So, what is the rule of this Robert Clive Act? So, Indian merchants had to pay large amount of tax. Okay. After the Battle of Plassey, which year? 1757. The company got 1.2 million profit. How many pound profit? 1.2 million pound profit. Clive took 31,500 pounds. So, how many pounds did Clive took? Yes, 31,500 pounds. Okay. After the Battle of Buxar, which year? 1764. The Murshidabad treasury was looted. So what is the meaning of looted? Plundered. The company acquired the Diwani right in 1765, became the revenue farmer of the Mughal emperor. So this company got Diwani right, okay, in the year of 1765. Industrial capitalist phase, first half of the 19th century. By the beginning of 19th century, the company had emerged as a territorial power, big power. During this period, India was converted into a market for British textiles. So in this period, British used India for a market purpose, okay. The company government's expansionist policies led to wars against regional rulers. So the company government and regional rulers fought among themselves. The cost of these internal conquest was imposed on India. So all these internal conquest was imposed to India. Financial capitalist phase. During this phase, managing agency firms, what is the meaning for firms? Groups, export-import firms and exchange banks began to prosper. Prosper means exchange banks began to prosper. Prosper means fertile. In its bid to provide an outlet to the investable surplus capital in England, the company government decided to make a massive investment in. So the company decided to make a investment in railroad, postal system, irrigation, banking and education. The capital exported was predominantly for railway construction. So there was a easy way of import and export due to the identification of the railway. The railways helped to move British troops quickly across the country. So the railways helped to move British troops. It also enabled the conquest of the